Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. In this episode, I want to continue with our exploration of plasticity, especially in regards of lofting. So when you're doing lofting with a spline, let me draw something simple. Okay. In the previous episode, I talked about this before. Like if I want to do like lofting, if I have like a big circle there, and then I'll draw another circle at the end. And if I want to do lofting, like in Maya, normally you select the two circle and L, it will loft the circle, right? And then we select the guides to loft along. In plasticity, you cannot actually do that. In order for that to work, apparently the the spine, the guides need to be touching both curve. Okay, so that's a little bit weird in a way. But if you want to do it manually, like you draw a circle and then you keep drawing it on the guides, this is like doing it manually. This will actually work. You sort of using the guides from the center. So this selecting one by one and then L. So that's sort of working, right? Which is what we want. So unfortunately, that's we don't always want to do manual work like that. So apparently you can simply draw a circle using not the first one, not the center circle, use the 2-point circle. If you draw it, for example, from, and we don't even need to touch the ending, I'm just gonna draw two circle like that using the binormal, so it's like touching the edge. This will hopefully works. L and then select the guide. So this time it actually works. Even though the it's not exactly in the center of the circle. So this is probably the limitations of plasticity at the moment. And I think the curve is probably good for something like a spine. And you can see as well, like it's trying to do the lofting, but it doesn't maintain the volume. It's like okay, because this is like maybe the tangency is a little bit wrong. So in order for that to work properly, you might need to just draw another curve there. And just to be safe, I'll draw another curve. So 4 curve, and we just want to loft it L. Okay, and then we still use the guides. So this time it actually works, and then yeah, we get this nice shapes. Even though it's not exactly in the center, but it at least this time it works. So let's save this very quickly. It's a little bit weird, but anyhow, it still can be useful. And yeah, maybe we want to close this, just patch. We need a shortcut for patch. So just select the ending and then F. I already have this favorite functions, so I can just close that. Yeah, at this point, it's really just like it's like a worm. Like in this case, I mean, we can have the guides a little bit crazier, but I like the fact that we can hide all the curve that made up these worms. Control R still very handy. Hit tab. So Control R, tab, Control R, tab, Control R, tab. And yeah, we can also make division like that. This is probably one of my favorite feature in Plasticity. We can just quickly create isopalm, and then we can push and pull almost like polygon, but it's still nerves. And let's turn off the X-ray. So definitely this app is a little bit funky in a way. There's certain things that's not quite normal, but still you can work around it. I'm trying to undo that. One, two, three, selection. You can even pull this, you see, it's really weird. But O and push in, that always works. Okay, we got our worms. You can try using that same method. Okay, let's try clear the scenes. Let's try start with sphere, similar to the other day. Let's create a box C. Yeah, this. Okay, that's not the most correct way to draw. I can make a card, but I just want to draw the box and then do a boolean Q. So we have this, make it rounded. So if I want to make like a UFO or like an octopus kind of thing, I can try using the sphere. Let's just draw it on this face. Turn off X-ray, select the sphere, draw it on this face. And we can delete this using Shift X and then select the curve again and then patch the hole, select smooth. Okay, now we have this. We have the circle and we want to use it with a curve. Okay, just like we did earlier. Let's try using line anyway. First try. Okay, it's not perfect, but we can adjust this. And with the line curve selected, maybe option 1 a couple of times to make subdivisions, and we can adjust this. Let's try so the fastest way to loft this, it's a little bit strange that we cannot just loft it like that, but for now this is my method. So basically I'm drawing a circle along the path because I want to loft it from this over here. So duplicate, select the curve, and then loft it. So that's probably the easiest. We can create isoform and then adjust it, but I think this is the easiest. There is no better way. Maybe there is a better way. For now, this is the one that works. Select this bottom part, patch it again. Okay, this is still like a sheet we need to patch. Now they both solid object. And save this as whatever, and then we can use array, maybe array. It's not exactly center, but radial array. Select center point. Okay. Yeah, 8 legs. Okay. Cool. Just join them together using cube. Now it becomes single solid. Yeah. I think the bottom part. Okay. The bottom part is a little bit funky. I guess that's okay. A little bit more organic. It's like I forgot to make the details on the leg. Control 2. Anyhow, just an example, you know. Control R, hit tab. Okay, this is cool. I really like this feature. Control R, hit tab. Okay, so we are from the sphere, and we cut the bottom part, so it looks like a UFO. We can just push and pull. Okay, this part. Be careful there. It might crash plasticity. There. So it's a little bit like a hot dog or a hamburger, and we can. Yeah, I think this part should be a lot of fun to play with. Same deal with if you got a sphere here and you want to duplicate. Okay, I forgot. Draw one, create a new body. Okay, array. Right click. Okay, I forgot also to add details around here. Maybe we need that. Yeah, control click. Should be pretty simple once you understand. I mean, this is pretty basic. but it's really the leg that's I want to show you like the trick with the lofting. At this point, if you want to add more details, probably we don't need to, but yeah, just play around with the isoform like that. I think that's kind of thing that you can just use Blender. Maybe don't do that. If we send it to Blender, file, export, save as quad desktop, wavefront object, save quads. Let's try this. Same drill. File, import obj. RX -90 because it's already quad. Maybe just shift Q, use random flow, do this random extrusions. Okay. Some area seems to be broken. Try again. Select all the face, random loop, random panel, or random loop extrude. I tried using subdivision. See if we can get more details for the leg, but yeah, okay. It's a little bit more broken. I'll just use Sanctus material and metal. Assign it. Switch to cycles. Command L, link all the materials. In terms of design, I think it probably resembles the Akira Toriyama Dragon Balls. Yeah, if you see the design in Dragon Ball, is similar to this. Smart metals. Let's create a new. So we can do things like this for every object. We give it different color. So I'm making this single user copy. So it's a new material with different color. Yeah, very cool. So that's the method. It's a little bit rough, but it gives kind of organic look. Okay, this is of course some extrusion is a little bit broken. You can, I mean, this is kind of details that random flow add-on makes it easy. You can actually just make all the details manually yourself. So it's always, it's the decision whether you want to make this process automated or just manual. Anyhow, so that's, yeah, that's the thing with plasticity and lofting. I think we should be able to loft using the guides from the center spine, you know, like in Maya. but yeah, it's a little bit funky that we have to do it that way. um, yeah, so if you, one last thing, if you draw something like that, and you can always like duplicate, and yeah, anyway you can loft it and then just select the spine. That's the main point. You don't need to start from the beginning. You just need a couple of lines and then loft it, and then this will do the job. Pretty weird that it works that way. Remember also the control D, this will work as well. Yeah, something like this. It will follow the normal and loft it, select the guides. Yeah, you probably need a couple more over there. Okay, so hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.